Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Hello listeners, hope this video is going to lead me to in a very good shape. And inshallah today we're going to continue from leading self like we've started in the time. And if I could remember the last time we talked deeply on learning system and having or passing through learning system, it's expected that you must have learned to strengthen your own strength. You need to go ahead after strengthening your strength, learning how to balance your weaknesses on the learning system. The next thing on the learning self, the next factor or the next process you need to pass through or you need to learn to pass through, it's what we call vision system. And like I said in the recent publication, any society, any organization, any group of people, individuals or what have you that does not have a vision, does not possess a vision, that society automatically is bound to perish. So you need to have a vision of what you're going, what you're doing, what do I really want to achieve. It's the question of following your own dreams. You think of the future sometimes, even though it's blind, you need to find a way of balancing the future or having a foresight of, okay, what's going to take me to my own destination, that more of your own goals. So there are some essential factors as a leader you need to consider, and one of them is a vision system. And the essence of vision system automatically in leadership is that you have a vision. This is one of the essence of leadership in entirety, and that vision, it's got to be a vision that you have to articulate clearly and possibly on every occasion, like we mentioned when we're talking about leading others. So you need to learn it on occasional process, and there's nothing more demoralizing as a leader or in leadership than a leader who can't clearly articulate where we're going. The question of where we're going, okay, where do you want it to go, where do you want to be in a marriage future, is the question of you having to set clearly your own vision statement, your own mission statement, and acting based on your beliefs, but based on your values, but in your structures. So these are some of the things you need to understand, and trying to have ways that might fit your own way to the right destination. So these are some of the things you need to understand as an effective leader is trying to lead a particular organization, to learn trying to lead particular individuals or government or whatsoever the case may be, whatsoever your own chosen leadership structures or styles might take you to. So that's one of the things. Like if we're trying to analyze, like in business, in terms of business, a good business leaders always create a vision. So they create a vision, and the first thing they need to do, okay, what do I want to achieve in this particular thing I'm doing? Because I need to find a way of not just creating the business, okay, in so years, this is what I want my company to be. And so this is the coverage I want my company to cover. In the case of business studies, in the case of ideologies, in the case of political leadership, you need to know that, okay, the society you're leading, this is how you want society to look like in the nearest future. So through that, you need to capture so many things that will couple with your own initiative and pave way for you straight to the right destination. So these are some of the things you need to understand. So after creating the vision, they articulate the vision and develop passion on that vision. They passionately on the vision, let me use it this way, because not just like doing what you're doing for the sake of money. The high-tech very good thing, all businesses automatically they're meant for profit, and so what have you, you know. And most political leaders these days, they do politics maybe to get money, to get this. But the major thing why we are failing more often, it's because we don't have passion in what we're doing. We're doing it for the sake of money. So once the money issue operative fails, automatically you see we start having series of setbacks. And at the end of the day, the business collapsed or the leadership breaks, and betrayal of trust, so many things comes, you know, some of the effects that do happens in our normal day analysis as an effective leaders. So you need to have passion in that vision and relentlessly drive it to completion. So you need to find a way of creating a balance and, you know, relentless determination to overcome such fears of unknown. The fear of unknown, let me use it this way, because sometimes more often it's the question of future, you know, and we do think of the future even though it's blind, like my friend used to admire. So it's kind of head. So leaders, they have a vision, they share dream and direction with other people who want to share and follow. So not just like only them, okay, I have a dream, I have a vision, this is what I want to become in the nearest future. How can we relate together to find appropriate financial to overcome or to solve the problem we're facing right now? Because one thing, well, like, you cannot run away from problem. Because most people, they try to dodge a problem, they try to run away from problem. Well, I suppose you're a human being, you cannot run away from problems. Problems are certain. Wherever you go, wherever you do, wherever you find yourself, automatically you're going to encounter such problems. So you cannot escape it, you cannot run away from it. The best way for you to treat your problem is to face it. Because a major thing, like I used to say more often, it's the question of, okay, knowing what you're doing. If you know what you're doing and you know where you're going, it's halfway. And understanding or overcoming your problem, the first thing you need to do, you need to accept that, or you need to admit that there's a problem. Well, if you don't admit or you don't accept that there's a problem, automatically the problem will keep multiplying itself. On a daily basis, you're running away from responsibilities, you're running away the fact that there's a problem, and the problem will keep multiplying. And it will keep pursuing you, it will keep following you, that you may attain a bigger ones that you cannot even outstretch. But from the time you were able to identify that there's a problem, admit that there's a problem, then it's the question of, okay, how do I solve it? So that's what effective leaders do. They share their own dream with each other, and they follow that to inspire loyalty and caring through the involvement of all employees. Like we said, the first thing you need to identify your stakeholders. If it's working place, organizational structures, that's more of your employees. If it's political leadership, more of stakeholders, you need to identify all the stakeholders. Everybody involved within the organization need to get involved so that he or she will know, okay, this is the purpose, this is the true sense of direction, this is the sight we are having, because vision, it's more of a sight. You need to let them understand, let them see that which they don't see easily. So such things are going to carry them along, and as such, so many things are going to be easier for you as an effective leader. And the next thing, you need to learn to display and reflect unique strength, because you already learned to strengthen your strength. So you need to create a unique strength and culture, values, beliefs, and so many things, your goals within the leadership. So such are the things that are going to give you direction, and other people will find it like inspiring to follow you. So you need to inspire enthusiasm, belief, and commitment and excitement in your company members. We're going to stop here for the day, and when next we meet, inshallah, we're going to shed more light and jump into the next process. Hope this video is helpful, and may Allah make it easier and more understanding that I try to make it so easily, although it's a local presentation. But inshallah, we trying to move on, go more digital, inshallah, in the nearest future. May Allah make it easier for you.